What's going on, everybody? I'm JBM from JBM Design Company, and in this video I'll be showing you how to press a two-color design onto hoodies using Siser EasyWeed vinyl. Stick around after the intro. Alright, so what I'll be using is some Siser EasyWeed electric. I already cut my design out, and I'm also using some just regular Siser EasyWeed black. I just need to cut them off of the sheet. The first thing that I need to do is I'll be printing on a red hoodie and a gray hoodie. So I'm going to move my pressing pillow out the way, move my carrier sheet or cover sheet out the way. Just lay the hoodie on there. And just to check my temperature without actually sliding that pillow in there, I'm going to take the pillow, just lay it on top. And I want like a medium pressure for this. Alright, so the pressure's good enough. Slide this back off. Actually, I can leave it on there. Go ahead and get me a new sheet before I get started. Alright. So you could do your pre-press. I mean, it's pretty much recommended to do the pre-press before you press your design up. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Get any moisture out of the material. So therefore I will slide the pillow in there. Press for about 5 seconds, not too long. Now I'm just going to take this pillow back out there because I want to work with as flat a surface as I can to line up my design. And the design that I'm printing today, it's actually something that I've been printing for a while. It's a design that I made for my church, the men's fellowship group at my church. And I've been printing it for a while. I just never recorded it, so I'm recording it today. Get your T-square, find the center. That's about good. When the shirt is too long and it extends past both sides of the T-square, I try to get as much as I can evenly, and I just wrap it over or fold it over the T-square until it lines up on the little hash lines. And that'll be my center. Check the top. Top looks good. All right, so I got my center. With hoodies, you can't always find your center off of where the hoodie kind of meets. That's not always a guaranteed center. So you should always check your seams on the sleeves and then come down and check the bottom of the hoodie. So the next thing that I need to do is get this design. Both of these materials, the Siser EasyWeed and the Siser EasyWeed, what is it? Electric. They both press at 305 degrees. For 15 seconds. So it's good to get vinyl that presses at the same temp so you don't have to do any adjustments in between pressing. and I'll show you what I mean. So that's it for this design. I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to fold all of these in half to find my center. Alright, good enough on that one. I'm going to fold these together and then I'm going to cut it. Good enough on that one. And good on that one. Separate these two. Great. Alright, so I'm going to work with this first one. This is a 2X hoodie. I'm going to come down about 2.5 inches. 4 fingers for me is about 3 inches from the collar. But for this design, I'm come down about 2.5. Alright, so there's that one. I'm gonna look at the bottom of the design. It falls at about 4 inches, just slightly above 4 inches. I'm gonna come down 1 inch for my next piece of the design. Or just slightly above that 5-inch line, and my crease allows me to fall right in between this little gap on the T-squared tool. Get the next piece, see where I fall. I'm just under 8.5 inches. I'm gonna go down 1 inch and I'll be just under 9.5 inches. This helps me get all of my spacing for everything. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because I no longer need it. And for the last piece of the design, come down 1 more inch again. So this one ends just over 11 inches. This next piece will start just over 12 inches. Now, I don't have enough of this material to press down on the sides, so I'm just trying to slide it underneath without moving anything. Go from the other side. Alright, once I'm underneath, I'm going to grab it on both sides and then I can line it up. You'll have to look through the ruler to find that crease, but it's not too bad to see. Alright, so now I'm going to press down on this side of the material. Just hold it down, hold it down, hold it down. I'm going to take the ruler and kind of fold it over this way. Slide it out of there. While I'm holding this side down, use your finger and just smooth everything out. Everything falls flat. Alright. Everything is, and you can look at your line, the crease is lined up all the way down. My centerfold is in line all the way down. Alright, so I'm going to get my pillow. Slide the pillow back inside. And this is not going to be a layered design. In fact, the design is going to fall right in between the areas that I have cut out, and you'll see that in just a second. So, like I said, it's a 305 degrees for 15 seconds. I'm only going to do it for about 8 to 10 seconds. You do not need this. I just always use it when I'm pressing my vinyl. It became a habit. You will need it when you're pressing vinyl that does not have the carrier sheet over top of it. Alright, so like I said, about 8 seconds. That's good enough. Peel these off. Then I have to get this, and I'm not going to put, where my scissors go? I'm not going to fold this in half because this will perfectly line up within the man. It's going to perfectly line up, and I'm going to show you that. That's why I'm not putting a center crease on this one, but I do need to cut it out and make sure I have 2 of the same designs on this one sheet. So I got to make sure I don't cut into another, cut the wrong part of the design. All right, set that aside. Now, here's the second piece. Inside of this word, I have my, basically, I know where to lay this. And I'm just looking at it to make sure everything is even all the way around these letters. I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but everything right there falls in place. So for this, you will need to carry a sheet because now you have these that are exposed directly to the press. And you're going to do another 8 seconds just to tack it down. And the reason why, I'm going to do another press after this, the final press for the full 15 seconds. The reason I'm going to do that is because if I take this off, there's a line going across the black part of the black print that is from this carrier sheet. So what you need to do to fix that is on the final press, it's going to take that line out and make everything as if it was one even press. Full 15 seconds and then this hoodie's done. All right. Set this aside. Take your pillow out. I don't know how well this shows up. But there's one hoodie right there. All right. So we're going to do the same thing with the gray hoodie. Same thing that we just did with the red hoodie. No difference in the steps. It's just basically going to show you how the colors, you know, look on a gray hoodie. Put this on here. Slide your drawstrings or draw cords out of your hoodie so that they're not inside on the platen. Get your pillow so we can do the pre-press. Get any kind of moisture out of the hoodie. The thing about this hoodie is that it already has a center line. Since I'm about to do a pre-press, I'm about to take that out. So I'll just have to find my center later. There we go. All right, that was the pre-press. You know what I'm gonna do differently for this hoodie is I'm gonna show you a different way to find your center. You take your garment, instead of using the T-square, you fold your garment in half. Fold it in half just like that, make sure it's perfectly lined up. That is perfectly half of your garment, whether you're doing hoodies, whether you're doing t-shirts, just fold it in half. If you don't have a T-square, but you still need to find that center, I'm gonna slide some of this stuff off the platen. And you don't even have to press all the way down. Just press it enough so it's good pressure. Then you'll get your center crease pressed in there. All right, now that I pressed it, take it off, put it back. You can see that pretty good. I now have my center line back. All right. So in a lot of cases, that's faster than using a T-square anyway. Now I'm gonna get my design. I still need to cut this one out. That's 1, 2. Three. So all I need this time is this one. So I can put this right on the collar, this seam. I can line this up with the center line that I just put on here. And put the rest of my design on. All right, that's perfectly aligned. That's perfectly aligned. Still need to put your center crease on these. Coming down to. This is a smaller hoodie. That one was a 2X. This one is a large. So therefore, I'm gonna move up a 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna start this one at 2 inches. Get your center line. You're gonna set that aside. All right, so this is just above 3.5, so I'm gonna go just above 4.5. You want all your stuff to be about 1 inch spacing in between your designs. Set that there. Get this next one. All right, this is just at 8 inches. This goes just at 9 inches. All right, then get the last piece and slide this in. So where I'm at, just over 10.5, so I'm gonna go just over. So I'm gonna slide this one in just like I did the last one. I just remembered that I didn't put my center line. I'm sitting here trying to find it. All right, so now I got my center. I'll do this again. All right. All right. Press down on one side, whichever side has the most of the plastic carrier sheet, because it sticks to your actual hoodie or whatever you're pressing. Press down on one side, hold it in place so it doesn't move on you. Take your ruler and kind of roll it off. Slide it out. Good thing about this is if your vinyl moves even a little bit, you still have your center line on the shirt or your hoodie that you're pressing. And you also have the center line on the material. So all you got to do is look at it, make sure it's still on the center line, press it down, press it down. All right, everything is center. Put this on here. I don't have my pillow in there because I'm looking at my pillow. And if there's anybody new to pressing vinyl or anything, the reason why you want the pillow is because you got a pocket right here with the seam that's raised up off of the garment. So when you press that down, if you don't have a pillow, you can see scorch marks going around this seam. And that's any seam that's on any garment that you're pressing. So when you use a pillow, it kind of presses down into that pillow to kind of make the surface even. All right, so I'm talking and moving stuff. Let me get my stuff. straight. But yeah, I did get a question before about using a pillow. Why do you have to use a pillow? Where do you get it from? You can get it off Amazon. That's where you can find them. That's where I got mine, off of Amazon. All right, your first initial press. About 8 seconds or so. All right. That's good enough. Peel it hot. You get your second piece, and it just falls right into the text, the cutout areas. So all you gotta do is look at it, visually line it up. No need to press or put a fold in it to get the center. All right, press that down. 8 seconds or so, not too long. You just want it to tack down on the shirt. This is also peel hot. Then you do one more final press. So that's why I got 2 vinyls that require the same time and temp, because if I had pressed one, like I've done this before, I pressed like the copper vinyl, and I've also used B-Flex Gimme 5 vinyl, which presses at 285 for 4 seconds. So I'd have to press the copper first because it's a higher temp, longer press. Then I have to go behind it and line up all of my black vinyl, which is more time. So, grab this pillow out of here. I can show you this design up close. And there we go. Iron sharpens iron. Proverbs 27:17. So now I can get these hoodies folded up, ready for the customer to come pick up. That's 2 hoodies, and I don't know how long I just spent on the video. So there you go. I just pressed 2 hoodies using Siser EasyWeed Electric, which is the copper, and also Siser EasyWeed, which is the black. Here's the red. You see how the copper kind of reflects when you turn different angles. Here's the gray. You see how that reflects when you got different angles. And like I said, I designed these a while ago. I've been pressing for a while for my church. But yeah, I'll leave links in the description down below on how you can purchase both of these vinyls through my affiliate link. I do get kickback for it to help support the channel. So if you liked the video, if you found any value in the video, please smash that like button. As always, before I get to that, like, subscribe to the video. Now, as always, be yourself, be your best. I'm JBM. I'm out.